न्यूरो ज्ञान यूट्यूब चैनल पर आपका स्वागत है। लेटेस्ट वीडियोस के लिए अभी सब्सक्राइब करें।
Now I would like Dr. Lopa Mehta ma'am, who has always been a pillar in the work of medical humanities, to speak some words.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is indeed an honor to be present here on this occasion of St. J.S. Medical College, receiving the national award established by Dr. Pauranik, and be invited to speak at these joyous moments when the activities of the chair and division of humanities have received recognition at the national level, and St. J.S. Medical College and KM Hospital is the recipient of this honor. I have been associated with this chair and division right from the beginning, even before its inception. Actually, the seeds for cultivating a humane perspective in our approach to life, our activity, our personality and character were sown in this very theater, on this floor, way back in 60s when Dr. Kothari joined this department as a teacher. All the alumni who studied here would recall how on the very first day of the entry in this department, there was a joyful meet of singing, dancing, and telling jokes. Every student would shake off the garb of heavy study they had undertaken. During the various batches of alumni virtual meets that have been organized over the past 2 years, each batch recalled how Dr. Manu Kothari put them at ease. His friendly approach even during exams, his perpetual smile, and the twinkle in his eyes. He would effortlessly remember everyone's name. He emphasized that you are not here to know what is already known, but to question it. Even whatever your teachers and textbooks tell you, you question it. The very climax of compliments is that even though he did not teach us anatomy, we remember his lectures till today, guiding us how to conduct ourselves while facing the vicissitudes of life. Just a couple of months before he passed away, he was invited by the students to give the inaugural address at the maiden scientific conference of Confluence organized by the students. He summed up his speech with an adapted version of the filmy song, Doctor Isi Ka Naam Hai, where he highlighted the true qualities of an ideal doctor, giving relief to patients, living and dressing simply, taking care not to intimidate the patient, and remembering that but for chance, he would be in place of that position, patient. These were the humanistic ideals. That is how he's passing away. His family members, the then dean, students and the staff, his friends and admirers decided to establish the chair and division in his name. Funds were collected by them for this purpose, and the chair was established on 23rd January 2016. And who was the most suitable person to be anointed with this chair? Dr. Sunil K. Pandya. Being a close friend of Dr. Manu Kothari and a doctor who was very personification of humanities, a learned scholar, writer, medical historian, astute clinician, and neurosurgeon, who was methodical, open, and considered the father of medical ethics in India. In his office, he had started the publication of a news leaflet for medical ethics, which has now flourished into a fully grown tree in the form of an internationally renowned Indian Journal of Medical Ethics. In this very theater, year after year, for more than 2 decades, he enthralled students with the history of anatomy. Those lectures were so captivating that I remember when Mumbai was shaken by serial bomb blasts in 1993, the dhamakas of the blast were heard by us, but nobody paid any attention to it until we were informed to stop the lecture and go home from the office. Of course, he completed his talk subsequently. Once he accepted the stewardship, there was no looking back. He gave a form to the chair and the division. He guided everyone how to go about conducting various activities. Every day put in minimum of 2 hours of work to educate the members working for the chair on the scope of humanities work by curating all the interesting relevant literature and study material. That treasure continues to enrich us. He encouraged us to regularly publish annual reports of work done, detailing the summary of all the events held by the chair and the division, including financial accounts. He insisted on total transparency in our dealings and personally checked the report and at times drafted the summary of the events held. We have annual reports available since the year of inception 2016. All the events are recorded and available on the YouTube channel for everyone. Under the guidance of Dr. Pandya, all the events were planned with an emphasis on kindling in the students in particular and others in general the innate human characters lying buried in this technology, money and power-driven, fast-moving, very competitive world. We saw to it that we sensitize them to the power of perception and the action in the day-to-day life and work to make them better clinicians along with humane doctors. We held events to expose them to good literature and have all-round perspectives in life, not to chase success but fulfillment. We carried out the activities in the form of guest lectures, symposia, panel discussion, debates, workshops, and deliberations. Emphasis was put on the art of listening, communicating with patients and their relatives. With the epidemic of corona, physical meets were not possible. The programs were carried out on virtual platforms. We have continued to use the virtual platforms for greater outreach, thus crossing barriers of physical and temporal distance. The events also included cinema viewing, essay writing, and narratives. The annual conference Ascension, totally designed and conducted by the students, was initiated in the year 2017 and is held annually till today. An annual volume Reflection was started in the year 2019 and it has already published 5 volumes to date. Dr. Pandya handed over the baton to Dr. Supe in April 2024. Everyone has voluntarily come forward to support these activities. Let me put on record that no honorarium is paid to anyone for conducting a program. Most of the speakers spend their own money to come and participate. Dr. Rajgopal came personally and conducted a workshop on palliative care. Similarly, Dr. Abhay Bang, Taru Jindal, Yogesh Kolkande, Mario Vyas addressed the gathering how to listen, how to read, how to analyze a movie, how to see medicine in artwork, how to read and analyze poetry, and how to perform poetry have all been done. A series of short courses on tribal health and narrative medicine have been conducted. A series of medical history was entirely conducted by a medical student, Rahul Kothari. The chair and division looks after the archive. Dr. Swarupa Bhagwat will speak more about these programs. When I was asked by the students about purpose of this activity, my answer used to be, if you learn to see the patient as a human first and his disease only as a tag attached to him, and interact with him as a human who is in need, and conduct yourself as you would like to be treated by others when you are in that position, if you start seeing friends in your classmates rather than competitors, if you enjoy what you learn and analyze it and question it, become an independent thinker and learn, at least learn to give a smile to someone whom you come across. That is the purpose behind medical humanities. This will allow you to outgrow your limited self. Let me express my gratitude to all the deans, past and current, who have supported this activity, which is not carried out in most of the colleges. Once the chair was established, a committee was formed from the faculty and outside interested members. Dr. Padmaja Samant has put in unimaginable and unenviable hard work as an organizing secretary to run the show till today. Dr. Swarupa Bhagwat has shouldered the heavy load of looking after the archive editing annual reports and bringing out the annual volume. Reflections. The Gymkhana selects student secretaries for the humanities and work and archive. Each one contributes significantly as team member. I am indebted to all the speakers, faculty and student secretaries, librarians and Nostalgia staff for their unwavering support. The library maintains our section of chair and division. Goziumek alumni looks after our financial transactions. I have been enthused with a lot of vitality from our students and staff members. They keep me alert and teach me how to keep pace with the modern technological world. To conclude, I will say that humanity is ingrained in each stone of these buildings, of these institutions. The institution, the college, started by a generous donation from Gordhan Das Sundardas family with no strings attached. The founding fathers of the city, with fervor of national spirit, established the first truly democratic Indian medical institution of Indians, by Indians, for Indians. The dedicated services of all pioneer teaching staff members who hardly received any honorarium worth mentioning was uplifting. They worked zealously to prove we can do it. The surgeons, in order not to establish any senior hierarchy, decided there would be no head of department. Everyone would be on the par as lecturer. Senior, well-established honoraries paid from their pocket money to buy books to stock in the library. They also bought instruments from their own money and paid for the poor patients in need. They supported needy students. The Poor Box Charity Fund was established right from the beginning in the year 1926, emphasizing the need of the poor. The institution over the last 100 years of its existence has never denied its services to any needy patient. It has taken care during the disasters of bomb blast and floods and the epidemic of corona. The human work carried out over all these years is a huge iceberg. Its tip is seen as this chair and division of medical humanities. I am glad that St. J.S. Medical College and KM Hospital's contribution, all its past, present workers of all categories are receiving this recognition for the humanity work. My kudos to all those who have learned and worked in these twin institutions and contributed to their work, and I pray that future generations will continue this humane work. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for those wise words.